Titans of Chatham, Glenwood, and the Roadrunners of Nazareth Academy will be the home team. And let's see the personnel involved for this game. For the visiting team, the Titans of Chatham, Glenwood, entering this game with a record of 33 wins and 7 losses. Here's the head coach of Chatham, Glenwood, Casey Erickson. With a record of 46 wins, 17 losses over 2 years. And now the starting lineup for the championship game for Chatham, Glenwood. Leading off, the shortstop, number 10, Nolan McMaster. Batting second, the catcher, number 16, Will Wagner. Batting third, the right fielder, number 6, Eli Curtis. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 28, Parker Detmer. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 11, Mason Marshall. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 17, Tyler Marconi. Batting seventh, the pitcher in the bullpen, number 21, Zane Danielson. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 2, Sam Colby. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 27, Addison Hickman. He'll be hitting for the second baseman, number 5, Garrett Ratt. And now, here are the rest of the Titans. Take the field, gentlemen. Now, let us meet the home team, the Roadrunners of Nazareth Academy. Entering this game, 33 wins and 7 losses. Here's the head coach of Nazareth Academy, Lee Milano. And now the starting lineup for Nazareth Academy. Leading off in center field, number 18, Marcus Smith. Batting second, the shortstop, number 0, Cooper Melanesian. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 2, Luke Graham. Hitting for the right fielder, number 16, Jacob Castaneda. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 9, Nick Gertina. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 27, David Cox. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 21, Jaden Fauci. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 26, Sam Crawford. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 1, Luca Fiore. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 15, Cole Reichstedt. And now here are the rest of the Roadrunners. Take the field, gentlemen. Your umpires for this 3A championship game. Behind the plate, Jeff Shanks. At first base, Jonathan Clark. And at third base, John Sear. And ladies and gentlemen, now would you all please rise and face the flag as our guest soloist, Mia Geisler from Newark High School, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see? he's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Mackay, it's on. Touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
From Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, it's time for the IHSA Class 3A Baseball Championship. And this year in 2022, it'll match the Glenwood Titans and the Nazareth Academy Roadrunners. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Bernhardt, joined by my Hall of Fame partner, Mark Lindo. These two teams got here by way of a little bit different versions. For Nazareth Academy dominating Crystal Lake South 16-3, and on the other side, Chatham Glenwood knocking off Washington by a 2-1 margin. And Mark, we saw what Nazareth Academy did yesterday, racking up 14 hits. Chatham Glenwood, we know they can swing the bats. Didn't necessarily play out last night, but you take a look at overall, these two teams can swing it.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dave. Both these teams can flat out score runs in a myriad of ways. They run the bases. They can have gap power. So both these teams will put up some runs. What it's going to come down to is which team is best defensively, takes care of the routine play, and which team is best offensively, moving runners along, stealing a base, what have you.
Well, working off of your defensive comment, let's take a look at the defense for Nazareth Academy. Roadrunners are the visitors today. The outfield of Rife Steck Smith and Jake Castaneda gets to start in right today. Jaden Fauski along with Cooper Malamazian, David Cox, and Luca Fiore, your infield. Behind the plate, it's Sam Wampler, and a good one on the mound for Lee Milano and his club is Nick Dratina.
They certainly do have a good one ready. The Louisville recruit has 11 wins on the year, which ties a school record, 11-1 record, 55 inning pitched, a minuscule 1.15 earned run average, 70 punch-outs against 19 base on balls. He's got to keep that base on balls down to 2, 3 at the most here today to lead his team to a state champion. So we got big crowd on both sides. We got some big-time atmosphere here, two powerhouse programs, and we're ready for the 3A state title game. And who better to call it than Dave Bernhardt, the Hall of Fame voice of the IHSA.
Thank you very much. Big crowd here in Joliet today for this one. Leading it off, it'll be Nolan McMasters, a senior shortstop. Dratina distributes a strike on the first one. McMasters, .436 average, leads his team in that category along with runs, hits, RBIs. He has 17 doubles. This ball is hit well. It is hit deep. It is hit to left field, and it is just foul. That would have been home run number 10 for McMasters.
McMasters 0 out of 4 yesterday, but you're right. He has 17 doubles, 2 triples, and 9 bombs. 0 for 4 yesterday. Needless to say, he's due.
Little off speed, and that's lined in the left field. Hit hard by McMasters. Leadoff man aboard for the Titans. Makes a big turn around first base.
I love that turn he had at first base, but he was, 30 feet towards second, just playing the game with reckless abandon, respecting the game, playing hard, making the defense make a play.
And that'll bring up the catcher, Will Plattner. We'll take a look at the lineup following this hitter. Will Plattner hitting in his second spot, the senior catcher. He had a triple yesterday, drove in a run. He had one of the 2 hits against Washington. Dratina delivers for a strike. Our home plate umpire, Chef Shanks, followed by Jonathan Clark at first base, then John Sear at third.
Dratina mid-80s fastball with a hard slider, and we just saw the hard slider right there, split the middle.
Big lead for McMasters at first. He stays, just missed outside. Sam Wampler thought he may have something, to catcher for the Roadrunners. Glenwood under head coach Casey Erickson went to Glenwood High School himself. He's an All-American in college, 10th round draft pick of the Yankees out of college. Waved at and missed.
Well, it's got late, great bite on that slider down and away. He just buried that one. Wampler was able to frame it and get it for a swinging strike anyway.
McMasters inching that lead out a little bit more. Plattner takes a good hack at it and sends it right back. Will Plattner headed to Wabash Valley Junior College. He loves the fastball. Gratina from the stretch. Plattner goes down swinging.
Looked like that was a straight change for the first time. He had Plattner way out on his front foot.
Here's that batting order for the Glenwood Titans. We've already seen McMasters and Plattner, followed up by Eli Curtis. He steps to the plate now. Middle of the order, Detmers, Marshall, and Marconi. Zane Danielson, the pitcher, hits in the 7th spot. Hulvey and Hickman to follow him. Casey Erickson, the head coach, running that lineup out there in his 2nd season. 40 wins and 16 losses. Eli Curtis at the plate, senior right fielder.
0 out of 3 yesterday, 286 hitter. He has driven in 20 runs.
72 degrees. Cloudy skies, the wind blowing straight out, or I should say from the south. Actually, it's a bit more towards the left. Chance for the force at second for the double play. There it is. That's how you do it. 1-6-3. The leadoff single is wiped off the bases. And just like that, Glenwood's opportunity comes up empty and coming to the plate. It'll be the Roadrunners from Nazareth Academy.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit safrsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Big Icky protects more than his quarterback. With Safer's ProTech, he's also protecting his brain.
For the last 3 years, I've been able to walk off the field without even a headache.
Big Icky is not just a football player. He's an all-ACC academic performer and on North Carolina State's Dean's List. He and his teammates wear ProTechs because they are scientifically proven to reduce force impact by as much as 72%. Football can be played safer. Safer through science. Safersports.com.
Glenwood will take the field defensively for the Titans. It looks like this. The outfield of freshman Mason Marshall. Alongside him is Tyler Marconi, Eli Curtis, the right fielder. Good left side of that infield. The third baseman Sam Helvey. You're going to look like the sophomore the shortstop Nolan McMasters. And on the right side, Gareth Rath and Parker Detmers. He spun a one-hitter yesterday in the semifinals to put their team in the game. He's at first base in this one. Will Plattner's behind the plate, and the tall, lanky Zane Danielson on the hill for the Titans.
Tall he is, 6'5" for Danielson, who comes in 5-1, 49 innings pitched, a 1.14 earned run average. Really impressive, 75 strikeouts, 21 base on balls. So same thing. He's got to keep those walks under 2 today. 2 consecutive shutouts. So what can he do in his third start here?
And that last shutout came against Triad, a 3-0 shutout in the Super Sectional on Monday. Lucas Smith to lead things off for Nazareth Academy. The Roadrunners, 33 wins on the season under head coach Lee Milano. First pitch from Danielson. Just misses.
Danielson will come at you with a fastball in the mid-80s, a changeup, and a slider. 3-pitch repertoire.
At the plate, Lucas Smith. He was 0 for 2 yesterday, did walk twice. He scored 3 runs. It's a strange game as Nazareth Academy yesterday on the verge of being able to put the game away. They had a 10-run lead going in the bottom of the 4th, but Washington picked up 3. The game got extended, and then it became a 4-run 7th inning en route to the 16-3 final score. Second baseman calling it all the way was Garrett Rath for the first out. Here's that lineup for Nazareth Academy. Lucas Smith along with Cooper Malamazian. He'll come to the plate right now. Designated hitter is Luke Brabham. Nick Drattina doing the pitching and hitting the cleanup spot, followed by David Cox. What a day he had yesterday. The freshman Jaden Fauski follows him. Wampler, Fioria, and Reifsteck rounding out the order that will face Zane Danielson.
Seeing the good picture, really big gap in left center field, but he goes opposite.
Falling fast and making the sliding catch will be Eli Curtis. 2 up, 2 down.
Good job by Curtis laying out for that ball, but he heard it off the bat, was already in the path of the baseball.
Luke Brabham at the plate. Brabham 2 for 5 yesterday, drove in 3 runs. Again, it's a 14-hit attack in that 16-3 win. Would it be appropriate to call pitcher Zane Danielson a string bean?
Well, his coach calls him the Calm Giant.
Okay.
String bean, calm giant, both are affectionate, right?
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure I've ever heard those two words together, calm giant. But I think that probably communicates the personality of Zane Danielson.
Casey Erickson says Danielson never gets rattled.
You know, you just look at his delivery. It's the count 1-1. Has that nice, slow, easy, nothing rushed. Here it comes. This is deep, foul, out of play.
Danielson will be going to Lincoln Land Community College next year, so he's still got a bright future in front of him.
Danielson was unable to pitch yesterday due to the pitch count he had in the super sectional. That'll turn Brabham away from the plate. Here comes the 3-2. That's hit on the nose. Tyler Marconi will make the catch on the move. 3 balls in the air, 3 outs. Nazareth Academy goes up and down in order in the bottom of the first inning. Let's head to the second, scoreless, in your 3A championship game.
With Academy Sports and Outdoors, you can take outdoor fun to a whole new level with just the touch of a button. Because there's so much to discover on the Academy app. Create your dream outdoor living space that gets the whole family out there spending time together. Master new recipes with just the right amount of heat and the perfect spice or seasoning. And give the kids even more ways to play. Great times are waiting. Download the Academy Sports and Outdoors app today.
Have you said yes to being an organ, tissue, and eye donor? It's a powerful decision to give life to others when you're gone. Today, we cheer for Matthew, his family, and all those who say yes to donation. You have the power to save and enhance lives. Sign up today at DonateLifeIllinois.org and say yes to being a donor.
This is game number 2 of 4 here today. A little bit of, about an hour or so ago, we capped off the third place game in Class 3A. A good one there. Washington defeating Crystal Lake South 2-1. Crystal Lake South, the bases loaded in the final inning before Washington was able to claim the third place trophy, one spot better than their fourth place finish last year. Coming up later today, starting at 3 o'clock, we'll have third place game in Class 4A. Brother Rice takes on McHenry. That'll be followed by a championship game. Edwardsville will take on Mundelein. But here we go to the top of the second inning. Parker Detmers, the cleanup hitter, the first baseman. He is facing Nick Drattina. And how about the game Detmers had yesterday on the mound?
Brilliant. 14 punch-outs, tied a Class 3A record.
Came within 1 strikeout of the all-time record, and count evens up with 1-1. Only 1 hit allowed, and that came in the 5th inning. It was a clean single. Detmers in total control. He's the brother of Reed Detmers, California Angels pitcher who threw a no-hitter earlier this season.
Absolutely. I want to tell you something impressive about Parker Detmers. I ran into him yesterday in the media room, and I said, "Nice ball game." He goes, "Thank you very much, sir."
There you
go. So that tells you something about him and his family. Never met him. Thank you very much, sir. Humble, polite, all the above.
You know, and you can attach all the words to it when somebody describes someone to you, but when you get that sort of reaction personally, he's up there with a 3-2 count right now.
Because he could have just said, "Thanks, old man."
Yeah. Wrap slowly. Casey Erickson will make that smooth pickup in the coach's box.
Well, you said he was a draft choice, so you got to show off his hands.
He is a pitcher.
Well, 9th fielder.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, and I'm serious about that.
And that's up high, and it's a leadoff walk to Detmers. That brings up Mason Marshall, freshman left fielder, batting 5th. for the Glenwood Titans. Marshall checked into this finals with just 29 at bats, and here he is hitting the 5th spot in the state championship game.
0 for 2 yesterday. Right fielder Castaneda coming in quite a bit now, about 5 steps.
Left fielder, about average depth, same with the center fielder Smith.
Middle infield for the Roadrunners, up and in, double play depth. They got one in the first inning. Why not again?
It was a 163 in the first inning. And that bat never got out in front of the plate. That's why you saw a foul ball.
He was frustrated himself, but the execution was not there. You want to move up in the box, catch the ball with the bat. He let that ball get too deep, tried to punch at it. That's a no-no. Get the barrel above the ball.
Now hitting with a 1-2 count. Ratina, that was a great pitch right there. Good call. Pitch was outside.
Jeff Shanks fouled that one all the way in. Home plate umpire, but knew that was about 18-inch plate, 17 inches, an inch off the dish.
Good take from Marshall. Lined foul. Nazareth Academy, their closest game in this tournament to this point came in the sectional semifinal. They defeated Lamont 6-5. They trailed by 5 at one point before walking it off. They're down to their last strike on 5 different pitches from 3 different hitters. Scored 3 in the 7th to win. And here they are playing for a state championship.
Well, that one right on the edge. Call went to Marshall. Now, if you think Marshall is going to hit the baseball, you go ahead and start Parker Duttmers here instead of a double play.
Detmer stays. The pitch to Marshall. He spoils that one. Good at bat here from the young fella from Chatham Glenwood.
Shortstop Malamazian now cheating towards second a bit, thinking that Marshall will swing late.
Not going to swing at all on that one. First and second, nobody out on back-to-back walks from Nick Tratina.
How about a couple really nice takes by the sophomore, right? Took some borderline pitches, calls went his way, and now you're really in a bunt situation for Tyler Marconi, even though he had a decent ball game yesterday, 1 for 2.
368 average coming into this weekend. He'll take it for a strike.
And what we talk about in the open, base on balls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defense and free passes, base on balls. And the first 2 runners on here because of free passes. You're talking about Dertina's only walked 19 all year coming in.
He's struggling to find that plate here. And this is where you get a little frustrated as a coach too, right? You're Lee Milano, and you say, okay, let him bunt into an out here.
I always tell our pitchers, stay back and make your pitch. They're so worried about coming off the hill of the field.
And that was a little self-defense. That becomes a tough strike, too. Down the third base box, Casey Erickson just put his head down, his hands on his knees.
A little bit of frustration by Casey Erickson. You mentioned a Glenwood grad. How awesome is that?
There's a lot of reds scattered about behind home plate all the way down the first baseline. Nazareth Academy much closer geographically, and they brought a huge contingent as well.
Dertina total command in the first half inning, and now struggling here to find that release point.
Marconi swinging away. Short right field, Castaneda. Runner tags at second. Castaneda the catch. Nobody's going anywhere. One gone.
So game within the game. You see 2 free passes based on balls, and then you see the inability. We talked about execution on offense to advance runners to second and third, which puts the defense in a stressful situation. Now they are a ground ball away from getting out of it.
Danielson to bat, 6'5" lefty. 7th spot in the order for the Titans. Ooh, that was a nice snag, an infielder type snag by the catcher Wampler. Huge gap in left center field.
A pretty big lead by Parker Detmers.
You see behind him Malamazian holding him on, now retreating. Danielson goes to the right side. That's wide of the bag. Three of the first 5 batters that came to the plate where Glenwood reached a single in the first, wiped out in a double play, then a couple of walks here. Danielson, .462 average on the season. He was 6 for 13 coming in, so a bit misleading in terms of that batting average. That number dropped a big way when you only go 0 for 2 in the next game.
Tertina's going to pitch him away. He's got to go ahead and slap this ball through the 5-6 hole left side.
Big spot there, too. That's where he was looking.
Yeah, because if he tries to pull this ball, he'll roll over his top hand. It'll be a 4-6-3 and out.
First time in a state finals since 2010 for Glenwood. 2 state championships in their history, their most recent one in 2010 when they were here.
95, a state title? Is that Jason Worth team? Was that a title?
No, 96 was.
96, that's what I meant, yes. I just off my year. I knew what I was talking about.
I believe that was that played in Kane County?
It was, yes.
Danielson straight up. Malamazian wants it all the way. That's an infield fly rule, and that's out number 2. So Nick Drattina 1 pitch away from pitching out of a first and second nobody out situation. Sam Hulvey will come to the plate.
Now, if you're a real brother defender in the infield, you got to lay out for this baseball. If you don't make a play, keep it in the brown area. Don't allow that run to score.
Strike 1. Hulvey hitless in a couple of bats yesterday. He walked once, did strike out once. Latrina tried to stretch that corner just a bit.
See, Drattina, he walked the first 2 guys, and then the borderline pitches were going the way of the batter. His last strikeout on the first strike, now that he's back around the zone, he's getting that call. He just missed that one by an inch.
He'll get that one.
Yeah. So he's working with the umpire, Jeff Shanks. Jeff Shanks working with him and catcher Sam Wampler.
Detmer's the lead at second, Marshall at first. Another pitch coming.
That was a really good 2-strike pass to the baseball. That was an aggressive swing.
Sam Hulvey hitting in the 8th spot, senior third baseman. Just under 200 batter on the season. Under 300 hitter on the season. This may stay in play. Drifting foul territory. Excellent catch by the first baseman, Luca Fiore. He had to go a long way for that ball, found the fence and made it and got his team out of the inning. So a pair of leadoff walks do not advance. An inning and a half in the books, and we have no score.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships right here on the NFHS Network. NFHSNetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. And it is the final day of the sports season. Calendar will close here for the IHSA in the 2021-2022 season. I was reminded the other day that we're right about 90 days before the first football game. I always get depressed on that when I hear that. And you may say, well, geez, Dave, why would you? I love my summers.
Yes.
Don't rush my summers.
Absolutely.
Nick Drattina to start things off here in the bottom of the second inning. Nazareth Academy put a 0 on the board in the first inning. That's exactly what they did yesterday in the semifinal win. Well, that was the only 0 they put on the board. Drattina, good hack. First pitch from Danielson, because following that, these were the score by innings. 2, 6, 2, 1, 1, and then 4. That adds up to 16 runs. Drattina, 1 hit, 5 at bats. He did score 3 times.
And since the sectional, Nazareth has 6 runs against Lamont, 6 against St. Lawrence, 10 against St. Ignatius in the Super, and then that 16 you mentioned yesterday. So you won't hold them down very long unless you have a brilliant performance by Danielson.
Now, as you're reading off those numbers, I'm doing a little mental calculation. The philosophy at Nazareth Academy is score a run an inning.
6 and 6.
There you go.
They upped that a little bit yesterday with their 16.
Boy, and they put so much pressure on it. That's the Nazareth game, and they have yet to have a base runner through the first inning, but put pressure on with the short game, pressure with the running game. 2 and 2 here to Drattina. He's taking Danielson to a full count.
Yeah, that 1 run an inning, the philosophy about that is keep adding, but the other philosophy is just keep putting pressure on the defense, and they've done that historically under Lee Milano.
And he'll go down, and that is first strikeout of the game for Danielson.
That was on the outer edge. Jeff Shanks rings him up. Really good pitches. He painted him for the first out of the inning.
I'll bring up David Cox. What a day Cox had yesterday.
He could have done better if he batted 5 times.
Yeah, because he was 4 for 4. 2 of those 4 hits were doubles. He scored 3 and drove in a run. He goes up there hacking.
How about that day when you get to the state tournament as a sophomore? 6'3", 197. He's going to be 6'4", 6'5", 210. What an athletic physique that will be for anybody, but especially for a baseball player.
Hit hard. Cox is going to be 5 for 5 here in the state finals.
I told you could have done better yesterday if you have 5 at-bats.
Yeah, right.
Boy, he kept his hands back and just threw the barrel right through the zone and laced that down right in front of Mason Marshall in left field. And Jaden Fauske gets a chance to move the line now.
Fauske, a freshman, swings a great stick. That's pretty close to a balk there from Danielson. That front leg, that came quite a ways towards home plate.
It came a long ways. You know what? The amazing thing is once you don't call the first one, you tend to get be able to go back there.
Fauske yesterday drove in 4 runs. He had a triple. Also scored a run. That was in the 16-3 win. That is not a freshman-type swing.
I was just saying the same thing. I was going to say that to you. He goes up in attack mode. Big, strong kid.
We said this yesterday, and Leo Milano said, here's a kid who has a presence in the box. I feel like he owns that batter's box.
Already committed to Louisville. Louisville pipeline in Illinois continues.
How many players do we have just in this Final Four?
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah, to Louisville.
Lee Milano told us to watch Jaden Fauski's takes. Watch him take the pitch, how much he tracks the ball, what he learns from each pitch.
Ooh, up the middle. Knocked down, unable to recover in time. I'll be an error and shortstop McMasters. Had a couple of chances to gather it in, but it becomes runners first and second and 1 out for the Roadrunners.
McMasters got there, knocked it down, but then rushed more than he needed to. Had plenty of time to gather himself, get the ball to Garrett Rath, but you open the floodgates for Nazareth, you're playing with a little bit of fire.
Brings up Sam Wampler. He had a couple of hits yesterday and 2 runs batted in. No let up in this Nazareth Academy lineup. This is a team that has 5 Division I commitments. They're all underclassmen. 10 total commitments.
5 sophomores, 1 freshman in the starting lineup, and they're in the state championship game.
And if we didn't tell you that, you would have no clue by the way they play. Time called. Danielson to look back. I was going to say he's being very careful with Sam Wampler. He has to be very careful with everybody in this lineup.
Yes.
Wampler, the senior, will be followed by a couple of sophomores.
And I guarantee you, Nolan McMaster's shortstop, he wants this next ball to come to him. He knows he'll make the next play.
Outfield playing straight away. Left fielder Marshall playing deep for Wampler. Wampler 305 average, 6 doubles and a home run. Right there on the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, McMasters gets himself a ground ball. You can see his position near second base. That's going to be a double play. If that ball's hit right at him. He's going to get it. Not where he wanted it. He'll have to be happy with 1.
Good job by McMasters making sure of 1. I told you he wanted the next ball. And a really good job by Rath not throwing that ball when he had absolutely no chance to get Wampler going down the line.
Now, the one thing that Sam Hulvey wanted to do, Hulvey, the third baseman for Glenwood, he wanted to throw behind the runner because Cox made an aggressive turn around third base. And I like when that's type of situation there, your second baseman fakes that throw to first and then bang to third. That'll be up to Luca Fiore now with runners at the corners and 2 out. Fiore, a plus 300 hitter. 2 for 3 yesterday with the double. 4 extra base hits out of the 14 for the Roadrunners in their win.
Robbie Mishka, number 20, the courtesy runner at first base. In for the catcher Wampler, number 20.
He stays close. And Danielson delivers. Now he's not going to get that balk, Colin. As you said,
he's going to have to be real naughty to get a balk call on him. I mean, just blatant. You don't want to do that with a runner on third.
Mishka's short lead. The pitch. 2 strikes on Fiore.
You know, we were half jokingly saying that Casey Erickson calls Danielson the calm giant. It's really true. He has not showed one bit of emotion on the bump right now.
Mm-hmm.
He is. Doesn't matter. It's 2 out, nobody on. Doesn't matter if it's first and third situation. Just calm, cool, collected.
Looking to get out of this one. All he needs is one pitch. Fiore is going to make Danielson work a little longer. Last time Nazareth Academy was here, they finished third in 2018, a second-place finish in 2015. No state baseball titles. Delayed steal. Michigan will be allowed to scamper into second.
Got 2 strikes on the batter, lefty against lefty. No doubt you just want to let him go there. Put the ball game in the hands of, or the arm of your pitcher, not the hands of your pitcher.
Luca Fiore at the plate. Sophomore now will face Danielson from the windup. Fiore spoils another one.
You know, Danielson's got to do what he's comfortable with, but he was in the set position. Then they steal the base and went back to the windup. I don't know if I'd like my pitcher to change the middle of an at-bat, but that's his preference.
It's going to allow Michigan at second base to get a big lead. He's got a big one right now, let alone a secondary lead. Michigan almost halfway down the line. Fiore puts it in the air and foul again.
Now, Michigan at second, you'll see him when he gets back into your picture. He'll have honestly, it's like a 45-foot lead toward third base. He's got the initial lead, then the secondary walking lead on the windup.
Nothing else. He could be thinking, I don't care. Try to pick me off. I've got a runner in front of me at third. Once again, the 2-2. Fiore is able to put the bat on the ball, but Eli Curtis wants it. He has it, and that will close out the inning. 2 left on base, both in scoring position. Nazareth comes up empty. And that's what we have on the scoreboard. A bunch of zeros through 2 in your 3A championship game.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Today's game is available for download. Click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer.
You see on the left-hand part of your screen, that's Nazareth boss Lee Milano talking to home plate umpire Jeff Shanks. And sometimes you got to surmise what they're talking about. Not a chance. I actually saw him touching his leg like he's setting in Shanks' mind what's going on with that lead leg of Danielson. So even though he wasn't complaining or arguing, he just put something in the head of the umpire crew there. So watch for that possible balk.
Both teams left a couple of runners on last inning. Scoreless game. Number 9 in the order, Addison Hickman, the designated hitter for Chatham.
Yeah, we talked about the omnipotent offenses of both teams, and Glenwood got 2 base on balls, couldn't advance them. Nazareth took advantage of an error but couldn't score that, so had an advantage of an error, so neither team was able to parlay gifts into runs here in inning number 2.
Hickman, the designated hitter, did not play yesterday. Skies this one to right field. Castaneda is there. He'll give a little bit of ground and make the catch for out number 1. So Nick Drattina has been through the order once, 1 gone here in the third. He comes back to the top, and Nolan McMasters, who reached him for a single, the lone hit of this game for Glenwood.
Did you check out Castaneda on that catch, Dave? He did something like old school. He pounded his glove a couple times before he caught the ball. Don't see that anymore.
You do not?
Used to see it all the time.
That's a good catch on your part.
Yes. Well, I'm old school.
McMaster's hit a couple of balls hard against Drattina the first time. One of them found its way into left field. Puts a pretty good rip on this one. Lucas Smith will drift back. Boy, Nolan McMasters has really swung the bat well here today. Out number 2, though.
He hit that ball 375 feet, but Lucas Smith just sprinted, ended up gliding to the baseball. Made a nice catch look routine.
If you were to come out to a ballpark at this age level and you knew nothing about the teams, I believe if you watch the outfield play, that can give you a good indication of how good of a team is. We've seen some really good outfield play these last 2 weekends.
Yes, we have, especially this field, a vast center field, 400 foot away.
Will Plattner struck out his first time up. He bats now with 2 gone in the 3rd. Drattina has retired 4 in a row after back-to-back walks to open the 2nd inning. Plattner with the triple yesterday. The triple is first of the season. That's a short time at the plate because he is headed down to first base on the 2-out walk. Jackson Rose will come on to run for the catcher. Eli Curtis hit into the 1-6-3 double play to close out the first inning. Rose with 26 stolen bases this season. Gets a pretty good lead there, and that's a good cut from Curtis.
Curtis 7 doubles, 3 triples. Nazareth outfield has to play deep with 2 outs now. Cut off any ball in the gap to negate the run. With 2 outs, you want to make a team get 2 base hits rather than 1 long one to score a run.
There goes Rose. Wampler's throw. A little bit wide. And in with the stolen base, going to the backside, is Jackson Rose. And as we've seen a couple of times this weekend, runners that dive in head first come up a little bit short, kind of bounce their way into second, and the tag from Malamazian was late.
27 stolen bases. What a weapon that is as a courtesy guy.
Exactly.
Courtesy runner. It's a weapon.
Curtis, the count 0-2 on him. And Drattina will get him. The 2-out walk, the stolen base, but Drattina comes up with a big strikeout, his 2nd of the day. 2.5 innings complete, no score. Promotions here at a minor league park, even though it's the state championship baseball game. Folks having fun here at Dooley Health and Care Field.
4 out of 4. Everyone gets a sandwich. And that was as good a catch as you'll see all weekend. She caught a chicken in a fish net. That's not every Saturday you see that.
I was going to say, write that down. I don't think I've ever heard that phrase put together. Chicken in a fish. Hey, today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. Glad to be with you here from Joliet. Class 3A state championship ball game, and we go to the bottom of the third, the number 9 man in the order for Nazareth Academy. That's Cole Reifsteck. Lefty versus lefty here. Each team with one hit. And now to foul is coming in quickly with Sam Halvey.
Reifsteck, a 296 hitter, 1 out of 4 yesterday. Good crossover with his front foot there, getting to third base. Nice idea, trying to bunt for a leadoff hit.
You know, and he wasn't really fooling anybody. I mean, he wasn't scoring around like a sacrifice bunt, but the idea is, if you know I'm bunting, that's great, but if I put it in the perfect spot, there's nothing you can do with it. Reifsteck will take down, moves the count to 2-1. Left-hand hitting number 9 hitter, the left fielder, Mason Marshall, still pretty deep out there. Center fielder Tyler Marconi creeps in some. Danielson with 1 strikeout today. That was just kind of a protect me swing.
Mason Marshall in left, Tyler Marconi in center. Big gap in left center field. Tyler Marconi's dad, Paul, was on the 95 runner-up team, and Tyler's hoping he's not on the runner-up team today.
Zane Danielson on the mound, as we mentioned earlier, 2 straight shutouts, shutting out Champaign Central and Triad. 2 scoreless innings here. This is quite the run against the top competition in the state, putting up a bunch of zeros. Three-two pitch. The shortstop, McMasters. 6-3, 1 out. To the top of the order, and Lucas Smith. Smith flew out to short right field. The second baseman, Garrett Rath, hauled it in. Gets his second look, second time around the order here for the Roadrunners. Hits this one hard, deep, hooking to the line, and to the line goes Marshall, and he'll make the catch. That ball was well struck.
He was all over, just got up front just a smidge too much. Couldn't keep the barrel back, but he squared that ball up.
2 quick outs to Cooper Malamazian. Malamazian, one of the 5 Division I commitments. He, as a sophomore, is committed to Indiana. Second year as a starter at Nazareth Academy.
Lee Milano calls him one of the best of the class of 24.
This should be the third out of the inning. Rath settles underneath it, and that is a very quick, very efficient third inning for Zane Danielson. Well, would you look at this? Exactly what a state championship game is supposed to look like. Through 3 innings, we are scoreless in Joliet.
the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. Dave Bernhardt, Mark Lindo. We're into the fourth inning already here in your 3A championship ballgame. Parker Detmers is at the plate, cleanup hitter for the Titans from Glenwood. On the mound, Nick Drattina. Mark, we talked about, what do we have? About an hour or so ago, we talked about how these teams can swing the bat. They can, but the pitchers have really been outstanding today.
Great pitching negates great offense, and these guys have both been Bulldogs.
This one's hit on the nose. Smith, though, will make the catch in center field. Maybe Knight didn't get all of it, maybe off the end of the bat just a little bit for Detmers. And Mason Marshall will come up. He walked last time. In fact, he and Detmers both walked in the second inning, but they were stranded as Drattina settled things down.
Fowski comes in at third base to the cutout area in respect to a possible drag by Mason Marshall.
Marshall checked into this tournament, 12 hits and 29 at bats. Scored 11 runs. This will be out of play. I will tell you, you sit in the stands, pop foul right on top of you, that is really tough to read.
It is.
You can't pick up the spin. Going to go behind me. They're going to come back and get me.
Game number 7 of the last 2 weekends, and you nor I nary a foul ball.
Not even
no
close.
souvenir to take home. Nothing.
Nope.
Good catch by Wampler trying to frame it. Good call by umpire Jeff Shanks.
Takes us to a 3-2 count. That will become the 4th walk of this game by Drattina. Comes with 1 out here in the 4th. He walked 2 batters in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and here with 1 out in the 4th. And Tyler Marconi will step to the plate. Danielson on deck. And he was looking all the way, and he'll take it all the way for a ball.
Good count. Good situation to hit and run if you know your personnel.
You're going to go right side. There's a decent-sized hole between 1st and 2nd. Marconi looking at it all the way.
Erickson wanted a straight take there.
A little bit of stirring down in the Nazareth bullpen. Average size lead at first. Marconi jammed and fouls it back. Crowd kind of settling back here. We're in the middle innings.
Finn O'Meara warming up in the Nazareth pen.
O'Meara, one of those pitchers that, due to pitch counts earlier in the week, unable to pitch yesterday. Drattina not happy of himself, left it. Only had 2 hits in this game. 1 east side. 1 error belongs to Glenwood.
He's leaning.
I would say Marshall dusts himself off, but we're playing on turf.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, decent-sized lead. He stays. Waited, and then just spoiled it.
Really good job on Marconi. Slashing that ball the right side.
He's worked this count. He's had a couple of takes. He got the take sign on the first couple of pitches. Now he's battling from here.
His mom's an elementary teacher, so, she's been here this weekend because she's on summer vacation. Alyssa, giving back to the community, being a teacher in the Glenwood district in Chatham.
We want to thank our IHSA TV broadcasting partner, Nate Believa.
Yes.
For several of this information, a graduate of Glenwood High School. And here's this at bat by Tyler Marconi. He's taken it to a 3-2 count with one out. Let's see if Marshall's on the move.
In which middle infield would be covering here?
Shortstop is closer. Marshall stays. Lifted to left and Reifsteck. That is the second out of the inning.
Still a good at bat. Deep in the pitch count. Created some wear and tear under Tina and let the rest of his ball club see a whole plethora of pitches.
6 of the 11 outs that Glenwood has made today have come on fly balls or pop-ups. They have struck out twice and hit into a double play. Actually make that 7. There was a foul out to the catcher. So the ball has been in the air off the Titan bats. There goes Marshall. Got a pretty good jump. Here's the throw from Wampler. Got him right on the money. Sam Wampler will throw out Mason Marshall, and that's how we will finish the top of the 4th inning. We are halfway.
This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit safrsports.com.
And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Big Icky protects more than his quarterback. With Safer's ProTech, he's also protecting his brain.
For the last 3 years, I've been able to walk off the field without even a headache.
Big Icky is not just a football player. He's an all-ACC academic performer and on North Carolina State's Dean's List. He and his teammates wear Protex because they're scientifically proven to reduce force impact by as much as 72%. Football can be played safer. Safer through science. Safersports.com.
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSNetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. Dave Bernhardt along with Hall of Fame coach Mark Lindo. And Mark, I am sitting here just wondering who is going to break through first.
And who does. Is that the winner? Score first, you win in this ball game.
I kind of feel like it
so
right
do
now.
I. That's why I brought up. Yes.
Bottom of the 4th inning.
Neither pitcher has cruised, but neither pitcher has been touched.
Yep.
For a run.
3-4-5. It'll be a challenge here for Zane Danielson and Glenwood, as it'll be Luke Brabham, Nick Ratina, and David Cox.
Assistant IHSA Director Sam Knox, in charge of baseball now, he's sitting in the first row. How did he get that seat? Does Sam have a ticket? And I'll just, Sam Knox is all over this ballpark and making sure things run in perfection, and he and the staff he assembled has done just that the last 2 weekends.
This goes to right field towards the line. Curtis is there. He'll haul it in for the first out. I don't know. I feel like, all the IHSA championship events we do, I just feel like just given the venue that we're able to see what the administrator in charge of that sport does most in baseball. And you're right. Sam Knox is, whether it's be with the umpires, the coaches, the media, he touches so many different parts, make this such an outstanding event.
Well, he even went so far as at Thursday's picnic, he was already telling coaches and media, if we get rain, here's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't like, what are we going to do? There was already a plan in place. And then you had it rain for a few minutes yesterday, and I called off the rain gods and got the ball games in.
We appreciate that. Dertina struck out against Danielson in the second inning. And he strikes out against Danielson in the fourth inning. That may have been the best fastball of the day from Zane Danielson.
That ball just busted away from Dertina. Not a chance in that particular at bat. Danielson overmatched Dertina one-on-one in that battle.
6 straight outs recorded by Danielson will bring us to David Cox. Cox 5 for 5 in these state finals. And every one of those 5 had been solid wraps. Had a single to the left in the second inning. That's the lone Nazareth Academy hit. That ball's hit well, hit deep. Marconi got a good jump. He's going to go back, and he'll make the catch over the shoulder just short of the warning track.
That was a superlative catch. That ball kept going, and so did Marconi, going. And easily a triple, possibly an inside the park home run, which would have been the second of the day here.
Instead, it's a 1-2-3 inning, and speaking of going, we're going to the top of the 5th inning in a scoreless championship game.
With Academy Sports and Outdoors, you can take outdoor fun to a whole new level with just the touch of a button, because there's so much to discover on the Academy app. Create your dream outdoor living space that gets the whole family out there spending time together. Master new recipes with just the right amount of heat and the perfect spice or seasoning. And give the kids even more ways to play. Great times are waiting. Download the Academy Sports and Outdoors app today.
Have you said yes to being an organ, tissue, and eye donor? It's a powerful decision to give life to others when you're gone. Today, we cheer for Matthew, his family, and all those who say yes to donation. You have the power to save and enhance lives. Sign up today at donatelifeillinois.org and say yes to being a donor.
All that red you see, part of the Glenwood cheering section. All the players right there on the top step of the dugout leaning over the rail as the Titans from Chatham, Illinois, Glenwood High School, looking for their 3rd state championship in baseball in school history. 1996 and 2010. Pat Moomey was the head coach as the Titans claim the state championships. This year it's Casey Erickson in his bid in his 2nd season to bring home a state title. 4 scoreless innings, only 2 hits in this game. To the top of the 5th we go, and it will be the pitcher Zane Danielson leading off against his counterpart Nick Drattina. Ball that just tails away from Danielson. Sam Hovey to follow, Addison Hickman behind him. Drattina rocks, brings it, just misses.
Edwardsville head coach Tim Funkhauser's sitting at the table back there on a computer. I said, you're supposed to be relaxed. You're playing for the state title. He says, the hotel printer doesn't work. I had to come here. What do you do on the state championship game, right?
Yeah, he's here plenty early, right? I mean,
I think he's going to be here and long gone and then come back.
That's the championship game in 4A, and that'll take place around 5:30. If everything can stay on time.
Well, this one's moving.
Danielson will slice this to left, really spinning towards the line. Reifsteck will run it down right there. Yet another ball in the air, another fly out. With 1 out, Sam Hulvey fouled out to the catcher, Wampler. Outfielders shifting positions, getting their instructions from the Nazareth Academy dugout. This one may stay in play. Fiore's already made one really good catch. Instead, it'll land into the Glenwood dugout. John Saraceno, in charge of defensive positioning for Nazareth Academy, had a series of hand signals, and each one of the three outfielders shifted accordingly when Hulvey came to the plate. The only hit of the game for Glenwood was the leadoff batter in this game. That was Nolan McMasters. Stratina has walked 4, however. On one hop to Malamazian. Rifles it across, 2 gone.
Well, check this out. We talked about Glenwood scoring. Now, they only had 2 runs yesterday, none today. But I just picked a spot. Middle of April, they had 12, 7, 17, 10, 13, 10, 15. So this team's put up some numbers. Just Tina all over them today, attacking the strike zone for Nick Dertina.
Only 3 hits for Glenwood in this tournament.
That's crazy.
Through 11 and 2/3 innings. They got a 1-hitter from Parker Detmers yesterday, and they're getting another gem today. A battling job from Zane Danielson. Here's Addison Hickman, the designated hitter, batting for the second baseman Garrett Roth. He flew out to right field his last time up. Wind blowing ever so slightly towards center field, the general direction.
Well, you talk about a state championship game, we're getting to the point where every pitch will matter. Not just every batter, but every pitch.
Three-one pitch, and there becomes the 5th walk of this game.
Playing with fire. He's been able to put water on it other innings.
Here's Nolan McMasters. He has a single. He also hit the ball well on a flyout. He has really gotten some good cuts here against Stratina. That's a big right center field gap. If he hits that gap, Hickman will score from first. Pretty good lead for Hickman.
Nazareth outfield playing very deep right now, as well they should, to stop any possible gap. Roll to the wall, base hit.
See the left fielder there in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, Cole Reifsteck. He's as deep as we've seen any left fielder played this weekend. They'll look down to third.
McMasters will go to Illinois Springfield, and he just looks like a ball player. Good take.
Yep.
Great hitters don't get themselves out.
He looks so relaxed at the plate.
He does. And he is strong. He got great bat speed through the zone. Ball jumps off his bat with great velocity.
I mentioned earlier, 9 home runs this season, 17 doubles.
Pop, pop, pop on that bat.
He's in control of the count here, too, 3-1. Took a hack at it. This may stay for Fiore, and he'll stay with it and make the catch right in front of the Glenwood dugout.
Huge
Big
out.
hitter retired with a runner at first. Nothing across. Stratina survived 5 walks in this game. He's put zeros on the board, but that's what's been happening for Nazareth Academy. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. No score.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Today's game is available for download. Click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. I couldn't tell you if you're looking to download it, whether you're going to be downloading your team's championship or not. This thing, this feels 1-0 game, period. I don't know if it's going to happen in 7 innings, 8, or 9. It just has that feel.
We got a fun one brewing up right now.
Jaden Fowski to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. He reached on an error his last time. There was an error up the middle to the shortstop. Danielson will paint that outside corner. Fowski to be followed by Wampler and Fiore. 6, 7, 8 in the order. Same spot. Strike 2.
I think you alluded to it early in the weekend. You hear of all these young guys from Nazareth. None of them look young. You think you're just like little kids, you know. And these guys are all chiseled.
One of the reasons why there's 5 Division I commits here.
Young but physically mature, emotionally mature, baseball mature. State championship caliber players.
And Lee Milano doesn't necessarily take credit for all that. He admits they play in high-profile travel programs. They play against great competition. And there's a base hit from Fowski to start things off here in the 5th. Well, he took a couple of strikes in that outside corner, then took the next pitch and lined it into left for a leadoff single.
That is an outstanding piece of hitting by an outstanding hitter. Didn't try to do too much. Pitched it to the outer part to Danielson, hit it the other way, did Fowski. He won that battle. Again, that's a mature hitter, even though he's a young hitter.
Nobody out for Sam Wampler. Hulvey in at third. Pulling back on that bunt. Plattner behind the plate, keeping an eye on Fowski at first. See if he gets a little jumpy with a bunt attempt.
Watch the bunt through and pickoff. Could be a set play by Glenwood.
Plattner lining up outside. Danielson leaves it up, 2-0. Lee Milano at third. Had palms down, telling Wampler, make it be down, make it be down. It was not. He pulled back. It's 3-0.
See, pitchers want to throw the ball up in a bunt situation to foul ball. But what happens? You get yourself behind the count. 1-0, 2-0, and then it's home plate starts jumping at you.
Still showed bunt. He wasn't going to bunt. That's ball 4. First and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
20 pinch running for the catcher Wampler again, courtesy.
That's Robbie Mishka again.
Stole the base last time, right? 27 on the year.
He did. He has a runner in front of him here. Slow walk to the mound for Casey Erickson. Coming up to the plate, it'll be Luca Fiore.
So you're watching home, you're saying, what are these guys talking about? I'll tell you. What's going on the pitcher's mound with Casey Erickson is he's talking about come back, make the next pitch, let him get the ball down, make a play, and he's got what bunt defense is on. Will it be the wheel play where the shortstop cuts in front of the runner, then covers third base charge? Only they know. Will they keep the third baseman at home? Give the pitcher the third base side of coverage and keep the first baseman coming? Only they know. And for Nazareth, they're talking about get the bunt down. You really want the third baseman to field this ball, so you want to bunt it down third base line if you can. And the other thing you're talking about, watch the throw behind you. Watch the throw behind you on a take or a bunt through. Don't get picked. So that's all those discussions.
There you go.
We could have done that for him.
Luca Fiore, left-handed hitter. Let's check out that defensive alignment. Corners are in, though third baseman Hulvey a little bit closer to the bag than the first baseman is. And Hulvey has his body turned at about a 45-degree angle, so you can keep an eye on that runner at second. Fiore at the plate.
That was a set play right there. The leg move, inside move, because they wanted to see, A, if the batter was showing bunt, and B, just to have the runner one more step back towards second. Good coaching there.
That's 5 straight balls thrown by Danielson when Nazareth Academy has wanted to bunt.
And Lee Milano is like vehemently telling his runner at first base, get back. You're not going anywhere anyway. Don't get a leadoff, a big leadoff.
Popped into the air. Plattner can't get there. You can, take 100 bunts in practice, but nothing like trying to get a bunt down in a state championship game.
Now Lee Milano telling his sophomore first baseman bunter, move up on the box, barrel on top of the baseball, catch the ball at the bat, let the ball hit the bat. Don't go out and punch it. If he's bunting, he got to get out and show it out early. Go ahead and show it.
Parker Detmer's really closing in tight from first base. And that's a called strike on the outside corner, and the count now 1-2. Detmer still in close. He'll back up a couple of steps. Fiore swinging away and lines into right field. Fauske hits the bag at third. Here he comes. An RBI single and a 1-0 lead for Nazareth in the 5th.
The inability to bunt, but the ability to hit a rocket through the right side. Detmers was still up, thinking it might be a 2-strike bunt. Absolutely no chance. Eli Curtis got to it in a hurry. But the first and big run on the board.
RBI from Luca Fiore as Fauske scored from second. Mishka, the courtesy runner at first, ends up at third. And the Titans in a jam here. A run in, nobody out, and runners at first and third. Cole Reifsteck at the plate. Can open up the playbook here on the offensive side. Middle infield at double play depth. And they're pinching. Well, nobody out. In effect, the middle infield saying, we'll give you that run. Even if we turn a double play, it's not the end of the inning. We'll give you that run. I don't know, 2 runs. That's a big margin here. Danielson struggling. 2-0. This is the number 9 hitter in the order.
First run Danielson's given up in at least 18 innings.
I get the feeling here, Nazareth smelling a big opportunity. A big contingent of Nazareth Academy fans did not like that call.
Glenwood fans, good call, good call, good call. Nazareth fans, bad call, bad call, bad call.
Short lead at first for Fiore. They'll throw that way. This is where, if you're a Glenwood fan, you're hoping for a pop-up in the infield. Two hits in the inning and a walk. Nobody gone. Reifsteck to the left side and through. That will score another one. Mishka comes on to score. Advancing to second is Fiore. It's a 2-0 lead for the Roadrunners from Nazareth Academy. RBIs from your number 8 and number 9 hitters, a pair of sophomores.
3 hits in this inning with the base on balls in between. And Danielson was flat out cruising. Fiore couldn't get a bunt down with first and second. Instead, he got a base hit with 2 strikes. And now they just continue to roll the line.
At the top of the order, and Lucas Smith. Still a bunting situation if Nazareth Academy chooses to do so. They do. And that will hit Smith, and it will load the bases. I would like to retract my comment of a 1-0 game. This thing feels like it could explode right here.
Now what happens is Danielson, at a couple different occasions in this inning, didn't allow Nazareth to get a bunt down, taken out for, he rushed that front side big time, running in from second base, Garrett Rath, to try to calm his pitcher, but also at the same time getting Lane Lorton up in the bullpen. Could be a big busted inning, one base hit here.
Here's
Katie bar the door.
Cooper Malamazian at the plate. Now back up the shortstop McMasters. Now he'll come rushing in.
So you bring the defense in to create force outs, and your pitcher still works from the windup, which allows the runners to get a little bit more of a leadoff. That is a game within the game.
Well, jammed right back to the screen.
Malamazian becomes the biggest hitter in the game, in my opinion, right now. He can be the one to bust it.
Instead, Danielson regroups, 0-2. Fiore at third, Reifsteck at second, Smith at first. First 5 batters have reached, 2 have scored. The other 3 are occupying the bases. Malamazian to third. Hulvey, that's 1. No chance for a throw. They get the 1 at home plate. They'll take it. Fielder's choice advances everybody else up 1 base. Sack still filled. Now with 1 out for Luke Brabham, the designated hitter.
Good play by Hulvey, getting the ball to Plattner, and a good play by Plattner, not trying to be a hero. He knew he did not have a chance for the double play back to first base, so he just ate it.
Now the middle infield back, looking at turn 2 up the middle. This to right field. It could be good enough for Eli Curtis. We'll get behind it. Here's the throw, the tag, the ball, and dropping the ball is Plattner. The run will score. It's 3-0. A great throw from Eli Curtis. However, Cole Reifsteck goes in. 3-zip.
Absolutely great throw by Curtis. Tag was there by Plattner, but he just couldn't hang on.
Advancing to third was Smith. Malamazian stayed at first. 3 runs in the inning. That ball's into the right field. Another run will score. 4-0. The RBI single from Dertina. And all the way to third goes Malamazian as Lucas Smith scores.
Mash men are hitting it hard right now. Nazareth just hitting bullets.
David Cox becomes the 9th man to bat in this inning. Courtesy runner Joseph Hawkins to run at first for Dratina.
A blitzkrieg of base hits.
Nazareth had 1 hit coming into this inning. They have 4 in this one, throwing a hit by pitch, a sac fly, and it is 4-0. Danielson will stay. Malamazian at third, Hawkins at first. David Cox, he was 5 for 5 before his last at bat, and then hit one to the track in right center field.
They're going to pinch hit for him. He made an out last time.
He's in a slump.
Yeah, he only hit it 380 feet for an out.
Off the end of the bat, nice pitch there from Danielson. Working away from Cox. This inning started single, walk, single, single. And those are your 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters. Lucas Smith hit by a pitch. And sacrifice fly and a single drove in the next 2 runs. And that's a foul ball. Nice snag there by Detmers. An offensive team where you can do damage from any part of the order, and that's indeed what they have done here in this 5th inning. And as always, every team looking for that one more. Big lead over at first. It's 2-2.
Danielson's body language is one right now, hoping to get out rather than being in command and expecting to get out like he was earlier on in this ball game.
Hawkins really stretching it. Yep, he was forcing a pick attempt. Now Detmers will run to second. They'll try to get the out at second in time. They will not, and the run will score. Malamazian is able to cross the plate as Joseph Hawkins able to avoid the tag and get his foot in there in time. It's a 5-run inning.
Nazareth literally steals a run right there with the lack of execution. Not being able to finish the tag, first and third defense by Glenwood. And Casey Harris is going to ask about the tag, and was the runner out of the baseline is what he's probably talking to him about.
The previous pitch, Hawkins wanted to be picked.
Yes.
And Danielson didn't go that way. So you knew something was up. It was just too big of a lead. I'm not sure how Hawkins did avoid the tag. I thought he did. I'm not sure how he did. He looked like he was going to definitely be tagged out before Malamazian could cross. Five hits, 4 runs, a sacrifice fly, stolen base, a hit by pitch, a couple of stolen bases actually. After zeros all the way through the board, a 5-spot sits hanging here in the bottom of the 5th with Cox still at the plate in a 2-2 count.
This inning will be remembered forever by both teams for obviously different reasons.
Cox will send this out of play. On deck is Jaden Fauske. He started this inning. Opposite field, line drive to left.
Yeah, he was behind 0-2, remember that? And took that outer edge pitch to left field.
Joseph Hawkins at second. Cox hits this one well. Run down in left field by Mason Marshall. Excellent grab. What an inning for the Roadrunners. They pick up 5 runs and turn a scoreless game into a 5-0 lead as we go to the 6th.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At NFHSLearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today. Start watching live games wherever you can. And a reminder, today's game is also available for download. Click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer.
You know, I know that They don't do this in professional baseball, but I know when I coached, we would take our pitcher in a long inning, and we would actually run him down to the bullpen to get extra warm-up tosses because Dertina, in this case, hasn't thrown a baseball for, 20, 25 minutes. So you get 8 warm-ups. We used to get our pitcher down there with 2 outs and get him starting to go.
Leadoff man in this inning, Will Plattner, sends this deep to right center field. He's going to one-hop the wall. Plattner picking on the first pitch will start it off with a double for the Glenwood Titans.
That was Dertina's 90th pitch. He's thrown 50 strikes, been pretty efficient. Will that be enough to finish? Danielson, 79 pitches, 52 strikes in his outing thus far.
Jackson Rose will come on once again to run for Plattner. To the number 3 man in the order, Eli Curtis. Bounced into a double play and is struck out.
And Dertina and Malamazian making connection with each other on a possible pickoff. Who's holding? If I was Dertina, I wouldn't care. I got a 5-run lead. I would be full bore on the batter right now.
We're in the top of the 6th inning. How many runs do you feel like Glenwood would need here to feel comfortable?
I think you need 3.
Okay. One of them is sitting out at second base. Curtis will walk away after that pitch is called for a strike. 0-2 to the right fielder, hitting in the 3 spot. Parker Detmers is on deck. Lifted to left. Reifsteck will give it a little ground. 1 out.
Yes, they're counting. They need 5. Roadrunners need 5 outs to a championship.
Parker Detmers, the cleanup hitter, takes pride in his hitting. He has 5 home runs this year, .333 average, 4 doubles and a triple.
Known as a pitcher, but he loves to play first base. He does not have the dyed look like most of the Glenwood Titans have. Fully blonde dyed hair. You didn't dye your hair for the state tournament.
No.
You wouldn't fit in with Glenwood.
No, I would not. Nobody would notice if I did. It was interesting because when they were introduced, if you were with us early in the broadcast, when Glenwood was introduced, normally you run out there with your cap, maybe your glove, depending if you're going to play defense. They went out there with no cap. They wanted to show that blonde hair that ran up and down that first baseline.
That they did it for a team bonding reason, as the playoffs were closing in on them.
I would have liked to have seen that house. Whether was there like a waiting room in the kitchen?
Probably.
Detmers at the plate. Waiting on deck is Marshall.
Detmers, shockingly, not a base hit in this tournament.
First base is open. There's some activity down in the Glenwood bullpen. In fact, both bullpens up and rolling here. As pitch counts start to mount a little bit. Detmers will get to swing to bat here on 3-1.
Lee Milano would like to squeeze at least one more inning out of Dertina. Should be about 95 pitches right now.
(3-2). There's the first hit for Detmers in the finals. And stopping at third will be the courtesy runner, Jackson Rose. Runners first and third and 1 out.
Most of the time he would send Rose. But they need more than him. Really good decision by Coach Erickson even before that play was made. He knew we need more. You can tell his runners we're playing station-to-station baseball right now.
And your pitching change for Nazareth Academy will take place right now. So Milano did not get the full inning out of Dertini. He got 1 out of it. one out in the 6th inning, and he will lead to a big hand from the Nazareth Academy fans. Two runners on would be charged to Dertina if they score. However, 5 scoreless frames and only 1 hit allowed by Nick Dertina.
Finn O'Meara is indeed the new pitcher, and why not? He comes in with a 5-0 record in 28 innings pitched. He struck out 41 batters, walked 23 with an earned run average of 1.75 and only given up 12 hits in those 28 innings. And you could see Lee Milano talking to his entire team. He pointed at 30, pointed at 40, basically saying, don't worry about those guys. Roll the ball on the inside. If they get a run, they get a run. We'll trade that for an out right now. All they want to do right now is part of their philosophy anyway, and that's stay out of a big crooked number right here.
Second time that Nazareth Academy has played for a state championship. They have not yet won one. A second place in 2015. Third place finishes in 13 and 18, and the fourth place in 2011. All of those in Class 3A. Working on a 16-game winning streak. Coming up next, and it will be at 3 o'clock. Let's see, we're probably going to hit
close.
that. 3 o'clock will be Brother Rice and McHenry. That will be your third place game in Class 4A, and then we will wrap up the IHSA sports season with our 4A championship, Edwardsville versus Mundelein. Mason Marshall walked a couple of times against Dertina. Jackson Rose, the lead at third. Detmers at first. They'll be very conservative here. And the one thing you look at with the runner at third base, Jackson Rose, third baseman Jaden Fowski playing pretty close to the line. Rose very aggressive coming down the line. A line drive to Fowski will be a quick double play.
Winds out of the south at 7. So a little bit of help to the hitter right now.
Sun's starting to, trying to crack through these clouds we've pretty much been experiencing all day.
73 degrees.
Very comfortable if you're out here watching the ball game. Marshall at the plate, 2-1. And now 2-2. Finn O'Meara on in relief. A full count to Marshall. Waiting on deck is Tyler Marconi. He's flown out twice.
And to be perfectly clear, the only thing you don't want your relief pitcher to do is give a base on balls to the first hitter when you have a 5-run lead. Just go in attack mode.
He does, and he gets him. Absolutely froze Marshall for the called strike 3. Big out here in the 6th. You know, and if he walked Marshall, that would have brought the tying run to the on-deck circle.
So now Marconi becomes their biggest hitter of the game thus far for Glenwood.
Breaking ball for a strike to Marconi. Leads at the corners. Humpler saves a run. I don't know how he got to that one. He didn't backhand it. He kind of had to roll that hand up and under, the glove hand up and under.
Sam Wampler drove what? 3-4 feet.
Well, he was out there behind the other batter's box.
Just a crazy effort to save a run.
Can't get to that one, though. The wild pitch will score one. That's the first run of the game for Glenwood.
Finamira really opening up his front side the last 2 pitches.
4-run difference. Moving to second is Detmers. Still only, actually 2 outs here in the inning. And you're still 2 runs away from your magic number of 3 that you thought Glenwood needed here in this frame.
I really did think they need 3. This was a key hitter of the game.
Line drive right there to David Cox. And that closed the inning with minimal damage done. 1 run, there were a couple of hits. A wild pitch scores the 1 run. But it will be a 4-run lead for Nazareth when they bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school.
Eli Curtis be the new pitcher for Glenwood. 17th game, 18 now, 23 innings pitched, 14 hits, 35 strikeouts in 23 innings. Superlative numbers there. 12 base on balls, and earned run average of 2.13. So you can see he's been a short reliever for them, pitching at the back end of games.
Zane Danielson allowed 5 runs last inning. And he was struggling to get through it. So Nazareth to start this 6th inning right where they did in the 5th. Jaden Fauske will step in. He got the ball rolling with a sharp single to left field, a walk, a couple of hits, a hit batter. Fielder's choice, throwing a sac fly, another base hit. Double steal, a little bit of everything in the 5th. It added up to 5 runs and now sits at a 4-run lead. A lot of left-handed hitters, a lot of left-handed pitchers in this tournament this weekend. Fauske likes to get right on that plate. Two strikes now on Jaden Fauske. Team that started 5 sophomores and a freshman. 3 outs away from claiming a state championship. And the last thing that Curtis wants to do is get things rolling again by putting the leadoff batter on base.
Fauske has shown quality at bats throughout this tournament.
Jam shot. Rolls it out to Rath. 4-3, 1 gun. Curtis able to come back and get the out, and he'll face now Sam Wampler. Wampler walked. His courtesy runner scored. And that was just 1 inning ago when the Roadrunners batted around.
Wampler went out there to bunt and took the base on balls as well. Really good plate discipline.
It's the next hitter that was really the key to that inning. Luca Fiore failing on a couple of bunt attempts and getting a hard base hit to right field to score the first run of the game.
Good straight change there. Ball ran away a little bit.
I would have swung at that one from here. That was really a good pitch.
You would have had the same result. A swing and a miss.
I would have. My head would have flown out. My bat would have crossed home plate well before the ball got there.
I would have done that in the batter's box and on the driving tee. So I would have flown off either one of them.
Curtis will have to work back here again. You get the sense when you look at the Nazareth Academy fans, they're just saying, let's just get through this half inning.
Yeah, they just want to make outs.
They may get one right here. McMaster's drifting back. This ball is up in the air a long time. Now a little confusion, and Marshall will come up short on the catch. It looked like McMaster's had that one all the way. I think Marshall thought it was McMaster's ball, and all of a sudden McMaster's pulls up, and that'll be an error on Glenwood.
That ball is one that should have been caught. It was up for a long shortstop and left fielder. Was evident from the get-go.
You know, I think what one of the problems is, and I mentioned this a couple times, Marshall plays a very deep left field. I'm not so sure McMaster's realized how deep he was, no matter how high that ball was. This is Luca Fiore. Meanwhile, Wampler was able to advance all the way to second base, and once again, for the third time today, Robbie Mishka will run for him. Wampler's been on base every appearance today. Fiore with an RBI single in the fifth.
Eli Curtis, no doubt. He's got a strong arm. We saw it from right field. And now we see a little bit of giddy up on the bump with his fastball.
Right in the backside, hitting Fiore, runners first and second. Careful right now that this doesn't really slip away from them.
He got underneath that breaking ball. Fingers got underneath it. The ball just spun. Staying right in there was Fiore to take the freebie.
And here's Cole Reifstick. From 6 through 9 in the order here, there were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 9 plate appearances, actually 8 out of 10 plate appearances from the bottom 4 in the order. Those folks have gotten on base today for Nazareth. That's a good bunt right there from Reifstick, and a good play at third from Hulvey.
Really good execution all around, offensively and defensively. But you set the table for Lucas Smith, and why not?
Leadoff batter for the Roadrunners. So a one-out sacrifice bunt sets it up for Smith. Mishka at third, Fiore at second.
466 hitter. He's going to have a nice outfielder patrol at UIC next year. Beautiful setting in that ballpark.
This is a must-get right here for the pitcher, Eli Curtis. See some body language there for Glenwood. They a little disappointed in that ball strike call. A little bit of frustration after they got stuck with a 5-run fifth inning.
Check it, because Lucas Smith, only a junior, so he's going to have to wait a couple years to get to UIC's outfield. I know he's already committed. He's one of the old guys in the team, a junior.
Indeed.
One of the veterans.
That will load the bases. For Malamazian. Malamazian looking for his first hit today. Fly out to right. Fly out short right to the second baseman. And bounce into a fielder's choice. Bases loaded from Alamazian. He's looking to do some damage there. Curtis working from the stretch. Now Amazing is able to get time just before Curtis ready to deliver. A lot of batters have come to the plate the last 2 innings for Nazareth. Crosses over the inside part of the plate. It's 0-2. Short left center. Marconi was calling for it all the way and escaping with no damage. No runs in the inning. However, it comes down to 3 outs. And it comes down to 4 runs. Nazareth needs the 3 outs for a state championship. Glenwood needs the 4 runs to force the tie. We go to the 7th, 5-1. The Roadrunners on top of the Titans.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Finn O'Mara to face his 3rd hitter in his relief appearance. It'll be the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Jackson Rose. Rose came into this game when the pitching combination was switched. Eli Curtis came in to pitch. Rose went in to right field. So it's Rose batting in the bottom of the 7th. 7-8-9 in the order for Glenwood. A 5-run 5th inning for Nazareth Academy.
Well, let me tell you how easy this game of baseball is. If you're O'Mara, all you want to do is be in attack mode, pump strikes. If you are Glenwood right now, you need to get runners any which way you can. Get hit, get on an error, take base on balls, take a strike here.
So far, 2 pitches in, that advantage belonging to Glenwood, 2-0.
Jackson Earls will be taking all the way.
3 balls, no strikes.
Take 2 here. No doubt you take 2.
Rose gets right up on that plate. 4-pitch walk starts it in the 7th.
Next batter for Chatham, Glenwood, the 3rd baseman, number 2, Sam Holtby.
4th inning out of 7. And Glenwood has put the leadoff batter aboard. Here's Sam Hulvey. He's 0 for 2 today. The whole goal here is to turn that order around and get it back up to the top as quickly as possible. O'Mara misses with his 5th straight pitch. O'Mara prone to walks, 23 walks in 28 innings coming in.
Yes.
He threw a wild pitch last inning.
See if that one gets him going now.
This is his game. Nobody down in the Nazareth bullpen. Back to back.
You're the first one. The next one's a little bit easier.
Rose at first. And that pitch gets past the catcher Wampler. A wild pitch will advance Rose to second.
O'Meara just has not had command of his breaking ball. It's a second or third one that Wampler has not been able to save back to the screen. So you say, okay, she's throwing off fastballs. Well, yes, you should. And believe me, Glenwood knows that as well. They'll be sitting on a fastball, not with 2 strikes necessarily here.
Hulvey's able to foul away the 2-strike pitch.
See if he can locate his breaking ball, he'd get him right here. But I don't know if they have confidence that he can locate it.
Didn't need to. Fastball in the outside corner, out number 1.
Huge out. Absolutely huge out.
One gone to Addison Hickman. Hickman has flown out and walked today. Glenwood has walked 6 times today.
Yes. But only 1 run. A big hit has not been part of their offense today.
They only have 3 hits, period. Only 5 hits for the 2 games here in Joliet. Three balls, no strikes. Well, let's see if O'Meara can battle back from this.
He's going to have to throw 3 in a row.
That is 1. O'Meara working from that far edge of the rubber, closest to first base. To Fioria first. Nearly doubled off second is Rose. 2 outs in the inning. And now everybody comes to their feet on the Nazareth side of this field. Nolan McMasters has hit the ball well today. Nothing to show for it.
1 out to a title.
And there's the breaking ball.
He found it. Good time to start with it. Rather than 102 though. Good job there. Who's going to make a play?
No balls. 2 strikes. Nazareth Academy 1 pitch away from the first baseball championship in school history. Did he go? They're going to check it. He did! The 2022 Class 3A State Championship belongs to the Roadrunners from Nazareth Academy. 5-1 your final. It was a 5-run 5th inning. One of the goals, Mark Lindo, for Nazareth Academy offensively was score a run an inning. Well, I guess if you spread out 5, that comes pretty darn close. Big inning, batted around there in the 5th, and it was enough for the Roadrunners to claim their first state championship.
Big hit after a missed bunt opportunity, and then the hits just kept pouring. I think they had 4 in a row, put up the big crooked number, had just enough pitching. When I mean that, because they walked too many batters, but they pitched around those base on balls all the way to the first state title in school history, and the celebration will take place in LaGrange.
We have crowned one state champion today. Our next broadcast will come at 3 p.m. It'll be the third place matchup between Brother Rice and McHenry in Class 4A, and then the 4A title game, Edwardsville and Mundelein. Stick around. We have the awards ceremony coming up for both of these two teams. But congratulations to Nazareth Academy. The final score, Nazareth 5, Glenwood 1. For Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Bernhardt. Thanks for joining us from Joliet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for the 2022 Class 3A IHSA State Baseball Tournament. Presenting medallions and trophies will be the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors and representing the board of the winning base of Lombard East High School in Lombard, an at-large member of the board. At this time, let's please meet the Titans of Chatham, finishing the year 33A and runner-up in 3A. From Chatham, Glenwood, Principal Ryan Green. Trainer John Wazorek. Head coach, Casey Erickson. Assistant coach, Nino Matera. Assistant coach, Josh Boylander. Assistant coach, Jacob Seiberts. And now your players from the runner-up Chatham Glenwood Titans. Wrigley Hickman. Number 1, Drew Erickson. Number 2, Sam Colby. Number 4, Tyler Marconi. Number 5, Derek Rath. Number 6, Eli Curtis. Number 8, Connor Rourke. Number 9, Cole Workman. Number 10, Nolan McMasters. Number 11, Mason Marshall. Number 12, Jackson Rose. Number 14, Landon Marconi. Number 15, Isaac Elliott. Number 16, Will Blattner. Number 19, Declan Jesse. Number 21, Zane Danielson. Number 22, Chase Daly. Number 23, Jacob Alberg. Number 24, Nathan Renegade. Number 25, Jack Biba. Number 26, Stephen Hardwick. Number 27, Anderson Hickman. Number 28, Parker Detmers. Number 30, Alex Cashman. Number 31, Griffin Rao. And number 32, Lane Morton, your runner-ups from Chatham Glenwood High School. And at this time, let's meet our 3A state champions, the Gold Runners from National Academy. 34 wins and 7 losses. The president, Deborah Tracy. The principal, Therese Hawkins. Athletic director, Dennis Moran. Assistant athletic director, Kimberly Canal. Schrader, Frank Gore. The head coach, Lee Milano. Assistant coach, John Ciracino. Assistant coach, Ron Mullet. And assistant coach, Rudy Luna. And now your players from Nazareth Academy. Number 0, Cooper Malamazian. Number 1, Luca Fiore. Number 2, Luke Reagan. Number 4, Nicholas Milano. Number 5, Colin Lucas. Number 7, Sebastian Gutierrez. Number 9, Nick Bertina. Number 11, Colin Roche. Number 13, Matt Uphues. Number 15, Cole Reichstedt. Number 16, Jacob Castaneda. Number 17, Kevin Matozzi. Number 18, Otis Smith. Number 20, Robbie Mishka. Number 21, Jaden Fauci. Number 22, John Hughes. Number 23, Joseph Hawkins. Number 25, Redmond Murphy. Number 26, Sam Walker. Number 27, David Cox. Number 28, Joseph Bennett. Number 32, Finn O'Meara. And number 34, Bobby Gutt. Now at this time, would Coach Casey Erickson and the captains of Chatham Glenwood please step forward and receive your second place trophies.